Alright, good afternoon everybody. This is BIZ. I believe this is the first video I've made where you can actually see my face, so welcome and hello to all of you that have followed me for years on my distribution list, those of you that are following me on my various threads, whether it's baseball or basketball, follow my football videos last year. I want to go over today what my plans are for this coming football season, and that was Stewie, who's fired up obviously for the NFL season. I know a lot of you know my background. For those of you who aren't as familiar with me, I've been on the forum, the RX forum, for probably, I don't know, 10 years or so. I've been handicapping seriously for about that time, and I handicap all sports: baseball, football, basketball, hockey, college, pro. I also love horse racing. You've seen some of my horse race winnings on my Twitter. I posted some winning tickets on the horse racing forum. Last November I was at the Breeders' Cup and hit the late pick 4, good for about $18,000. I think that weekend I cashed for about $25K. That 1099 is posted on my Twitter site. I'll leave links at the bottom of this video on the YouTube site, where you could click a link and you could see the proof that I have hit these tickets. I don't make any of this nonsense up. Everything that I post, everything that I do is documented and bereft of nonsense. I'm not into the nonsense. I was furloughed from my casino job this March, and a week later played a pick 5 at the fairgrounds, hit a pick 5 there for $7,400. My Breeders' Cup report a couple years ago from Del Mar, I hit a 17-1 best bet that day. We hit the late pick 4 and all the pick 3s on the later half of that card. The pick 4 was like a $40 ticket, cash for $12.50. The pick 3s were $27 tickets. We're catching $600-700 a piece. We cashed for a lot of money that day. I posted a pick 4 from Saratoga, I think 2015, a $48 ticket that hit for $6,900. The pick 3s in that sequence all combined hit for $10K on a $100 investment. So you invest $100, you got back around $10K. And a couple years later, I had a Travers Day thread where I keyed a long shot that hit the board, and we profited, I don't know, $1,500 to $2,000. All of those threads are linked at the bottom of this, so if you want to click those and check them out, you certainly can. I also gave out Parasite as the best picture this year at plus 250. Everybody on my distribution list, I told them, hey, bet Parasite. All the indicators were pointing to that movie to win best picture, and it did. It paid plus 250. So right now I'm on a really ridiculous baseball run. I know a lot of you found this video because you've been following my baseball. The last 12 days I'm 60-20 for plus 44 units, 75% over the last 12 days, which is pretty ridiculous. I had a 3-day run where I was 28-2-1, and for the season I think we're about 35 units. That link is also at the bottom. If you want to find that thread, you could click the link at the bottom, or just go to the RX forum and find my BIZ MLB 2020 thread. Everything's documented: my threads, my videos, my football records. It's all documented. I know a lot of these dudes on Twitter and YouTube, they'll post weekly, daily picks. They never keep a running total. Hey, we went 3-2 yesterday, went 2-1 the day before. Okay, well, what have you done for the week? What have you done for the month? There's very few people that actually keep a running total, and that's all that matters. That's right, Stewie. It's a marathon and it's not a sprint. A lot of people are all wrapped up in what they did for a day or 2 days or 3 days. The only thing that matters is, what did you do for the season? Did you win or did you lose? Last year on my NFL videos, the first 11 weeks of the season, we were up 28.5 units. We were 87-50-3 through 11 weeks. That's 63.5% for 140 plays. 63%, pretty good. The last 6 weeks were a little rough. When a losing skid, gave back about half. Playoffs, we won a couple units, ending with the Super Bowl, where I gave out the first half and the game under, it hit. And so we had a very nice football season, picking up, I don't know, 15 or so units. Last year's intro video that I posted before the start of the season is linked at the bottom of the page. I've also linked one of my NFL videos from last year. I think it might be week 6. I'm not positive. But if you want to know what a video looks like, you could simply click the link. Now, YouTube has blocked a lot of videos recently because of copyright infringement. I use a lot of music in my videos. I have an intro where I talk for 3-4 minutes about the week, last week, whatever is on my mind. I have some intro music when I'm going over last week's record. I have some music going when I give out my stinker of the week. I have some music going, and so on and so forth. And so I can't post those videos on YouTube anymore with the music. And I asked people, would you rather me ditch the music and have them on YouTube or keep the music in there? And people invariably said, we want the music. So I have to do a different way of distributing the videos this year. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to download them to my Google Drive. You will have a link and you will just download the video to your computer and you can watch it at your leisure. There's no viruses. It's safe video. You don't have to worry about it doing anything to your computer. It's just a place where I can store the videos, because I can't make videos with music because YouTube is blocking a lot of those videos. So the intro video from last year really details how I look at games and how I handicap games. And the main way that I do it is, I hate the word system because it sounds like some kind of thing where you just throw it in a computer and it spits out some shit that wins. I like to refer to them as a situational plays. A team in a certain situation performs in this manner, for good or for worse, over, under, on, against. I'll give you an example. Here's a real easy one, and I use this every year. Opening day NFL. You want to play on a dog in a division game. And last year they lost both games to the team they're playing. Real simple. Opening day, division game, team's a dog. The team they're playing beat them twice last year. It's 19-6 since 2010, about 76%. You play on the team that got beat twice last year. And it makes perfect sense. It's a divisional game. It's usually a rivalry game. It's a very important game. And they got beat twice last year by the same team. So they've had all spring training, that's baseball, all summer camp to get ready and geared up for this game. They don't want to keep getting beat over and over and over by the same team in their division. So these teams come out prepared and ready to give these guys a fight, and they usually do, and they cover. That's an example of a quote-unquote system. Situational. It's a situation. It's a certain situation. It's a situation where a team got beat last year by the same team twice. It's opening day and they're a dog. They're ready for this game. So that is just an example of a system or a situation play that I use, which is the basis for the majority of my plays. Not every play is a system. I do write games up that are strictly just me looking at a game and analyzing it. If you go to my intro video from last year, I show an example or two of just that. I believe the example last year was the Georgia-Alabama national championship game, where I thought Georgia would upset them, and it was the game, I believe, where Tua came in and saved the day and won the game. So every year I go over all my systems, all my situational plays. I weed out the weak ones. I keep the strong ones. And I have a ton of them. So what I've done this year is I've graded them, and I'm only going to use like the very, 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 very best ones. Otherwise, I've got 200 of them. I've got plays all over the place, and I needed to find a way to kind of pare down the volume. Now, we're still going to have plenty of plays this year. We're still going to have the stinker of the week, which is one of the most popular things I do. I pick a team. I don't pick a team. It just shows up as a play. It's usually a poor team, and they're getting points, and they cover. Last year, I know the first one I did, I believe, was the Jets at home against the Cowboys early in the season. Jets looked awful, getting 7.5 at home. They beat the Cowboys outright. That was my stinker of the week. I know the Falcons going to San Francisco was another stinker of the week that they won outright as an 11-point dog. It was a real horrible spot for the Niners last week, where that game was a sandwich game coming off of a Baltimore game with the Rams on deck. It was just a horrible spot for the Niners. That was a stinker of the week. The Florida Pete Biz combo play will be back again, as well as the best bets and everything else. So what I need from you is, if you are interested in my NFL this season, I'm going to ask for you to donate $100. Now, before you turn off the video, this is why. I've been out of work for 5 months. I got furloughed in March, and I haven't had a job since, other than my unemployment. The only money I have is unemployment. The only money that I'm making is the money that I'm making betting baseball, which thankfully has been really, really good. And it costs me money to upload my database. It costs me money to store videos on Google. There's an expense incurred by running these systems and to update my database. So I'm not trying to get rich off of charging $100. It comes out to $20 a month. $20 a month, $10 NFL, $10 for college football. You get both, college and pro. So you have to ask yourself, am I worth a $20 bill per month for 5 months? I'm not doing it to get rich. I'm doing it to help pay for the expenses incurred to put this stuff out. It takes a lot of time, takes a lot of effort. I love to do it. I don't mind doing it. But if I'm going to put out the product and people are going to profit off of it, I just want everybody to share in the expenses. So that's what I'm asking. It's $100. Now, you got guys that are, go to wagertalk.com. These guys want $1,500 for a whole season for football. They want $400 for baseball. You got these guys on Twitter wanting you to spend $25 a day on their stuff. I'm asking for a $20 bill per month for 5 months, $100. Many of you have won a nice chunk on baseball. You could use some of your profits on the baseball or the NBA. NBA right now, I'm 11-5 in the playoffs. I think I'm 38-26. We're up, 8-9 units in the NBA since that came back in the bubble. You're gonna win the NFL this year. I win every year in the NFL. I'm very good. I'm not the best, but I'm damn good, and I spend a lot of time on it. And if I told you how much time I spent on it, you'd think I was nuts. So that's what I'm asking. If you are interested in my football, you also get 2 systems. I'm going to give you an NCAA football system. I'm going to give you an NFL system. Those will be yours to keep as part of the $100. Now, these systems in itself are worth $100 because think of it this way. I'm not giving you some jacked up bullshit system. I'm giving you a really, really good system. One of my really good systems in college, and one of my really good systems in football. And I'm going to give you a video that shows you what they are, how to put it in the website. It takes 2 seconds to copy and paste. I'm going to explain what the system is and what the results are. And you're going to be able to keep that system and use it going forward this year, next year, the following year, the following year after that. If you're a $100 player, the systems are worth $100 by themselves because they just win every year. Since 2010, they have not lost a season. So that's just a little bonus for those of you willing to subscribe to my football this year. Help me out with the expenses. You'll get those 2 systems. And trust me, those 2 systems are worth it alone, let alone my genius expertise of handicapping football. So there you have it. If you are interested, contact me at biz112763@gmail.com. Many of you already know that. biz112763@gmail.com. My Twitter is @bizwinners. And I'll put some information up there for you to check out. I am going to have another winning football season. I said it last year. Watch my introductory video from last year. I said I was going to win, and I did. I show you what I do in that video. It's about a 20-25 minute video. Take 25 minutes out of your day. Watch that video. It explains everything that I do to a T. I explain how I use systems. I explain how I put them together. I show some examples of me breaking down a game. I show all kinds of examples of what I do, how I do it, and we are going to win again. So I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Thanks to all of you that follow me on the forum and give me all the kind words and the words of encouragement. We are killing the Major League Baseball right now. We're absolutely killing it. 60 and 20 over the last 12 days, 75%, 44 units. If you have won any amount of money on my baseball, hey, toss $100 this way and let's continue to win on the football. Because I do the same thing in football that I do in every sport. Baseball, basketball, football, hockey, college, pro. I spend an inordinate amount of time researching these games, researching this data, finding the very best plays and putting them out there and winning money. It's not an accident. It's a lot of hard work, and it's something that I really enjoy doing. I enjoy sharing it with people, and if you are interested in continuing to follow my work, all I ask is that you help me support the work that I do. I'm not trying to get rich off of it. A lot of it goes towards my expenses, and yeah, I may make an extra few bucks or two, but the money that I make is through the windows. And every game that I put out, I bet I'm right there along with you. Every game on that baseball thread, I'm betting. Every single game that I put out on these videos, I bet. This isn't some marketing bullshit thing where I'm just going to put out a bunch of plays and say, here you go guys, have at it, and I sit back in my easy chair and watch you guys put your money through the windows and risk everything, and I don't risk a penny. I bet every single play that I put out. That's how much confidence I have in the work that I do. So having said that, thank you very much. The links are at the bottom of the page as far as the horse racing wins I've talked about, the intro video I talked about, example of an NFL video from last year that I talked about, and I'll also leave my email address and my Twitter address. I look forward to working with all of you this year to have a winning NFL season. Thanks a lot. You guys have a great day.